Welcome to Mile High Reefers. I'm Scott Anderson, and today we're going to talk about one of the coolest corals in this tank, and that's my gold Frogspawn Hammer Hybrid in a wall. Really cool coral that I've had for about 5 months, and there's a bit of a story behind it. So let's go take a look at this coral, and I'll tell you the story of how this coral turned out to be so special. So I picked this Frammer Hammerspawn. I'll let you guys decide what you want to call it. I picked it up about 5 months ago from Hammerhead Corals. You guys know Hammerhead Corals, right? That's the wholesaler that I turn into Mile High Reefers for a weekend at the Wholesaler. If you live in the Denver area, follow me on Facebook for all of the updates to Weekend of the Wholesaler. I turn our local wholesaler, Hammerhead Corals, into my own business, Mile High Reefers, on some Saturdays so I can sell to you. To know which Saturdays to get down there, follow Facebook. Keep an eye on it, and I will keep you guys informed. This hammer is a great example of some of the weird and wonderful corals that come in from the wild. And I love wild corals, and this is one that was just sitting in a tank at Hammerhead. I was looking at it, and it was a gold hammer, kind of muted colors, and I didn't see anything too special about it when I picked it up. It was very reasonably priced. I mean, its colors are kind of muted, but it's on the gold side, but it was very affordable for what it was. And I placed it right there. When I placed it, I had been doing a lot of coral movement and trying to find places to put all this coral in the tank, and I found a place that was just too tight for it. Now, when I placed it, I didn't realize it was too tight. Everything was pulled in, but after letting it sit for a while, it was too tight. Then a lot of stuff happened, and it just didn't get moved. And really, it was just kind of pulled in and just doing okay, and never really did anything special. Well, I always knew that coral needed to move, so when I moved it, it started to open up. And when it started to open up, I noticed this isn't your normal hammer coral. There's all of these little knobs and nobules and weird pieces poking out of it. Oh yeah, this isn't your normal wall hammer. This is a Hammerspawn or Frammer. This is the hybrid. This is the combo. This is the one you want. This is a really cool, rare, fun coral. This edge of the coral is probably the easiest to tell the hybridization. The tops look very hammerish, but if you look down the sides, you'll see little tentacles like you would see on a standard Frogspawn. This looks really cool. You can see it from the top. You see the little dots where the hammer and the Frogspawns are coming together. But I think if I can really get this guy to open up big and wide, we've got hammer and Frogspawn going through this whole thing, which I just couldn't see before when he wasn't really opening up. But now that he's opening up more, clearly there's more going on here than just hammer. Oh yeah, and there's flatworms on there. I live with them. We'll make a video on that someday. And just for reference, this is your gold branching octospawn or Frogspawn. So this would be the branching variety, but absolutely gorgeous. And you can see all of the little nodules where the tops don't have the big hammer shape. This is a Frogspawn. This is hammer next to Frogspawn. So what exactly is it? I'm not sure. It came into Hammerhead as a hybrid. I guess they pop up on his list once in a while, and he can order in Frogspawn Hammer Hybrids, which is super cool. But what I don't think any of us actually know is, are they hybrids? It would make sense that they would hybridize, right? Your Frogspawns and hammers, they live in pretty much the same conditions on the reef. They broadcast spawn, so they're releasing the eggs and the gametes out into the water. And it would make sense that hybridization could happen from that. But it gets weird, right? Because at least in a lot of hybridized animals, those animals aren't able to reproduce. So, is this one capable of reproducing? I have no idea. But there's also speculation because these are becoming fairly common that they could even be their own species. And what I don't think has been done is the actual science. So, there's my question to you. I've done the quick internet research, but who's keeping these wall hammer frog spawns? And what do you think they are? Are they hybrids? Are they their own species? Really, I could see any of it being real. The whole time I sold wholesale, I never saw these come in from Australia. They seem much more common in Indonesia. I don't know. Is it location? What's causing it? I don't know. What I do know is this coral is really cool. It has weird tentacles that look like a mix between a hammer and a frog spawn. And somehow, I think we share both hammer and frog spawn DNA. But what exactly is it? You tell me in the comments down below because I really want to know. So thanks for watching this episode of Mile High Reefers. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. And if you're in the Denver area, follow me on Facebook, Mile High Reefers on Facebook, the real Mile High Reefers, not the pretenders, and come down to Weekend at the Wholesalers. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.